Okay, hello everyone. We're really excited for today. We're getting ready to talk some leverage. My name is Courtney. I'm an executive admin to KB Real Estate. We have Debbie here, our director of operations, you on our day-to-day tasks and how we use leverage to help us within the company.
Hi. Okay, so yeah, like Courtney said, today is just a quick, hopefully a Q&A kind of overview of what it is that we do and how we utilize leverage in our business. So first things first is just who we are and what our team is. We're KB Real Estate team. We're based here in Lakeshore neighborhood in Mississauga. We're a team of currently one agent, one executive administrator, and a director of operations. We also have 2 ISAs and 1 VA. So lots of leverage within this team. We moved to eXp Realty Brokerage last year, 2022. And we're on track to be Icon agents with eXp this year. And hopefully just going to keep working our way up there next year, bringing in leverage, growing the team, and growing our business and bringing success to everyone.
All right. So I guess we will talk about ourselves a little bit and kind of let you know who we are and what we've been up to. So I'm Courtney, obviously, like I said earlier. I've had 5 years of real estate administration, and I have a little bit of a background in pre-construction, which I enjoyed. And of course, I mainly focus on the transaction and listing management. So then that way Debbie can work on growing the business and doing the, agent attraction, all those kinds of things. So yeah, maybe you want to talk about yourself too?
Yeah, so I'm the director of ops here at KB Real Estate. I've been in the real estate business for probably just over 6 years now. This is the second team I've worked with and second team I've grown. I generally run the day-to-day management of the team, which includes, like I said, agent attraction. We do client events. We're working on high-level geographical farming within the area, expanding the team, bringing on ISAs. And just helping, boost production. And, this year we're doing new marketing and those kinds of things.
Perfect.
And then the lead agent of our team is Christine Beverneck. She's been a licensed agent for just over 8 years now. She's been top 2% of TREB for the last, I believe, 3-4 years running at least. And she's predominantly a listing agent. We are in the process of bringing on buyers agents onto our team. To leverage buyers, and yeah, we're like I say, we're hoping to make Icon this year and then keep it going next year.
All right, our goal today. So it's really just to discuss some leverage and how we can utilize leverage specifically to build our business and our career in real estate. Obviously, we want to grow Christine and her business, but we also want to grow our careers and, become better at what we do. And a huge way to do that is, of course, leveraging certain tasks and certain things that, different people can do. So that way we can focus on doing the best of what we currently are doing within our position.
Leverage is a great tool, really. It's the only tool you need if you're looking to expand your real estate career from being a single agent into either a just highly successful single agent, a team agent, whether you're looking to be the rainmaker of your own team. You're going to need leverage every step of the way to help turn that, real estate license into a real estate empire. So we keep saying leverage. We're going to show you about leverage. So what is leverage? I mean, the dictionary definition of leverage is the applicable definition anyway, is to use something to its maximum advantage. So in this case, we're really talking about how an agent's maximum advantage is their top 20%, which is the money-making activities. The agent should be the one going to the appointments, meeting with clients, doing listing presentations, those money-making, deal-bringing activities. That's really where agents should be. That's their top 20%. And anything outside of that is something that they can leverage off and take full advantage of having somebody else do those things to help build their empire, so that their 20% can turn into 100% of money-making activities. Anything that they're doing that's not a money-making activity is essentially a waste of their time. So we're just going to go through ways that you can start to leverage those off piece by piece as you grow your business. Obviously, you're not going to leverage everything on day one, but how you can build up that leverage. And then next thing you know, you've gone from a single agent, doing low transactions, to a high producing agent, to a team member, to a team leader.
Exactly. Amazing.
Okay, so some types of leverage that you find within this industry. You're going to find financial leverage, which is to do with mortgages. It's going to be to do with purchasing. You're also going to need financial leverage when it comes to actually building your business too. That's things that you can be leveraging off onto, advice of mortgage brokers, advice of financial planners, those kinds of things. You're also going to find technological leverage. That is a huge one in the real estate industry. It's a huge one in every industry, but it's really been a game changer in real estate the last few years. Multiple types of technological leverage. We will dive into that in a bit more detail in a minute, but that's probably the longest list that we're going to go over today. You can find strategic leverage. Strategic leverage basically being networking, partnerships, business building. So, how many people do you have in your network? How big is your sphere? The bigger your sphere is, the more people you're going to have in there, the more options you're going to have for leveraging parts of your business strategically to help build success for everyone. And then another type of leverage that's really important in this industry is going to be time leverage. There are only 24 hours in a day, and whether you are wildly successful or unsuccessful, you still have 24 hours in your day. So it's all about how do you break down those 24 hours? What is it that you do with your time? And what things are you doing in your time that you could be benefiting by leveraging to someone else, so that opens up more time for you to do things, whether that's in the business, that's going to be the top 20% of the money-making activities, whether that's in your private life, whether that's having more time with your children, more time to go to the gym and focus on your personal health, time for self-care, whether that's time that you're spending with clients, how much time clients are spending on their own deals. There's so many impacts of the time as well. So we're going to touch on all of those points. So Courtney, if you want to start running through, strategic leverage and dive into that a bit deeper.
Of course. So strategic leverage specifically would be how to, of course, achieve your goals more efficiently and create a significant impact in your endeavors. So what I'll explain briefly is kind of how I use leverage in order to help, my position and help me grow as an admin myself. So of course, I leverage off some work to our VAs, which we have a VA within the business. She's great, and she, helps me with a lot of certain things that I can give to her, so I can focus on getting the transactions, getting the listings, and all those kinds of things down pat. And it gives me more time to get the job done more efficiently. So then that way I can focus on other things, building a strong network, and all different kinds of things that way to help the business within the the growth part for working with Christine and being more efficient. So to teach other people to do and to be able to grow everybody else as well as myself.
Mm-hmm. Let me just go to marketer.
Yes, as well as we just gone to marketer, because that will help take the admin work off, so then the marketer can do all these things within social media and be able to make our work more efficient and look better and all those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like I said before, technological leverage is a huge one really right now in all industries and across all platforms, but specifically there's multiple ways that you can really be leveraging technology to help elevate your real estate business. So a couple of points for that would be, AI is a huge one. If you're not using AI, you need to be using AI. There's so many ways that can be beneficial to bring you back a little bit of time, or your team back a little bit of time within your business. A couple of ways that we're using AI right now is, I don't know if anyone's familiar with ChatGPT, those kinds of things. Instead of spending hours typing out detailed posts that you want to make, whether it's social media posts, blog posts, newsletter content, captions on your social media, any of those kinds of things. As long as you have the base piece of information the points you want to get across. So, for example, monthly market stats. We take the numbers every month. We plug those out to all of our clients in our sphere so that everyone's up to date on the market stats. But as well as just posting numbers, we like to give a little bit of information along with that. Now, I don't want to copy and paste word for word all of the information that comes from CREA or from Treb regarding those stats. So as long as you're pulling out the key points that you want to make from the blurb that they give you, you throw that into ChatGPT, they'll rework it, and then it's like you've got your own spin on things. You've got your own new piece of information that you can feed out to your database. So as long as you're just quickly taking the time to skim through that and making sure that none of the stats got skewed and all the information is correct, they can absolutely reword things for you and just give you a new piece of content without you having to either take the time yourself, have an admin take the time, or have a marketer take the time to reinvent the wheel. They can just blast it out for you. It's great if you're trying to, you have an operations manual that you want to put together, whether it's yourself for building a team, whether you already have a team and you want your admin to make an ops manual. Again, as long as you have your core points that you want to get across, you can use AI to help build that out with instructions and step-by-step points for you. It's wonderful. Another way that you can be doing technological leverage is your CRM. Your CRM is technological leverage. Instead of you having old school file folders and banker boxes, which I had when I first started, of people's information. Everything is in CRM now. It's at the touch of a button. You can access people's information. You can have your CRM call people so that you're logging your calls. You can listen back on your calls. You can have a VA go in and take notes from the calls. You know how often you call these people. You know how long you spoke for. Everything is tracked for you. You don't have to make notes. It's all in there. That's technological leverage. That's taking away something that you have to physically go in and do, making your day a bit easier, and also helping you pull data from that. How long do you connect with these people? What's your average call time? How often are you calling people? There's so many ways that you can do that. Also through the CRM, you have the options to actually have the CRM send out information to your clients for you. You can plug in marketing plans. You can plug in drip plans. You can plug in map searches for people, property searches, all that kind of stuff. So again, you're not going to take the time to go in every day and run a search through MLS and send that to somebody when the CRM can do that for you. And then it can let you know, hey, you need to go follow up with this person. That's all leverage. That's all time saved. That's all extra time that you're going to put into the money-making activities. That's huge leverage. Another one is going to be just small things like the day-to-day that we don't think about. So G Suite, that's technological leverage. That's going to sync your emails to your calendar, to your Google Drive, for your storing all of your paperwork, to your contacts. Syncing all of that, again, is going to save you time going between different systems. That's technological leverage right there. Cloud-based storage, not having to go through a file, a filing cabinet of drawers of paperwork to look for things, having everything again, at the touch of a button, all that paperwork's right there at your fingertips. So if you need to be sending documents to lawyers and mortgage brokers, or you need your admins to do that for you, everything is right there. You're going to save all that time with everything being direct. Even small things like DocuSign. If anyone's using SkySlope for the transactions or any of those transaction management systems, and you have rooms in there, you're going to prep your listing paperwork or your buyer paperwork. Then you're going to send it for electronic signatures, and then it's going to feed right back in to the transaction management system itself, and you've got all your signed paperwork there ready to go to the brokerage. If that's not leverage, what is? You're not printing out paperwork, driving to someone's house, having them sign it, coming back, scanning it into the system. Think how much time you've saved just by having those basic systems set up and streamlined and running well for you. And again, if you're agents that don't have the time to set that up, that's where you leverage those responsibilities to an admin. Whether you're ready to hire an admin, whether you're going to join a team so that you get the admin advantage, whether you've got a couple of agents that are all going to go in, together and form an alliance to help support the cost of an admin so that you can elevate all of your businesses. There's lots of ways to make that happen. But all those steps of leverage are just going to buy back all those little pieces of time that you need to give you that time to go and focus on the money-making activities and the business growth that's going to take you, like I say, from the real estate agent to a real estate empire. Yeah. Okay.
So admin, operations, marketing, inside sales, recruiting, training. How do we achieve it?
So this is basically, we wanted to run through some of the ways that we have used these different types of leverage within our own organization, and how we've gone from a single agent to an agent and admin to then having ops to then having ISA to then having VA, and the things that we've achieved by having all of that leverage within our team.
Yep. So of course, our ISAs that Debbie has been so great with getting them ready and getting the ball rolling for them, so they're able to achieve and be as efficient as they can, where it will help Christine and her business grow. They do the lead generating, the nurturing, and all those kinds of things for that. So that way more volume is being taken care of at once. So then, we can get more results in a quicker and more efficient way. We have a VA, like I said earlier, that we employ to do more personal assistant work for Christine. So then that way Christine can take her, her time and dedicate it more to real estate. So then that way she's not focusing on, little things like paying bills, doing this, that, and the fourth, that a personal assistant can easily take over. So then that way it's less things for her to worry about. And of course, she can utilize the 24 hours within her day better, as well as helping with admins to leverage some things off to the admins, the virtual assistants as well. So then we have more time to get what we need to get done. And then database management. Did you want to briefly go over it?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome.
So there's a few ways that we use leverage within the operations side and within the administration side. As Courtney said, there are things that the team leverages off to ISAs and to VAs, but then the things that are left on our plate that we do, like our 20%, there are lots of ways that we use leverage just to make the most of our own time. So for example, as I said, the CRMs or database management, it's so self-sufficient these days. If you have a good CRM, there are so many things that you can utilize within that system that typically would have been tasks that an admin would be dedicating the hours of their day to. Not even that long ago, 5 years ago, half of my day was dedicated to tasks that can now be taken over by the CRM and automated so quickly and so easily, so intuitively, that buys back a lot of time for your admin and your operations team. A lot of marketing, even these days, things like if you have a Canva account for your marketing, you're creating social media posts, you're creating templates, you're doing print material within Canva if you're doing your own and you don't have a marketing director yet. There's AI built into Canva these days. There's so many things. They have templates that you can use to make your marketing, and then they will, their AI will create the content for you and the captions for you. So there's really minimal, time needed there. It maximizes your day. We do, like I said, we've just taken on a marketing director, so we're going to leverage, we've got the amount of growth out, but we're going to leverage that out to somebody else. So they're going to manage our print materials. They're going to manage our digital marketing. They're going to manage our social media management. They'll be in charge of video creation and editing, which again, with the tools that you can access even through a free YouTube account these days, gives you a high level of video creation and editing. So things you can pop into there and that they're going to be able to edit and share for you across multiple platforms is another way that you can leverage that. It's great marketing leverage. You can take any video, for example, this webinar today, we'll post that on our YouTube channel, and then we're going to share that YouTube link across our social media platforms. We're going to share that on our website under our directory of, training materials. We're going to link it into our operations manual. It's leveraged. So one small piece of, information is then going to be leveraged across multiple platforms without really that much work from us because everything is automated now. We use leverage within inside our sales department. So we've leveraged out to ISAs who are managing our database, which then helps us with geographical farming. It helps us with our touch plans and our drip plans. That brings us new leads, new ways to do paid lead plans that are going to bring a higher return because we now have people who are efficiently then going to be managing that huge database. So that's leveraging that off the agent's time, off the admin's time to people who can do it to a much higher level and are going to bring you a higher return. So even though a lot of these types of leverage will come at a cost, you are going to have to pay for lots of these things. The return is going to be huge. And if the return isn't huge, then you're going in the wrong direction with your leverage. So that's just the type of thing that, we can reach out and help you with if you're curious as to which types of leverage you should start with. Which types of leverage are going to bring you the biggest return really depends on your business model and where you're at with your business right now. But those are definitely things that you can seek out advice on from ourselves or from other teams that already have leverage across their business, and they'll be able to guide you as to, where to start and what's going to bring you growth. That leads into recruiting. Are you looking to recruit and build a team? Are you looking to become part of a team? Do you already have a team and you need that team to grow? Leverage, you're going to bring in leverage to grow the team, but you're also going to use leverage to recruit your team. And training, leverage is huge in training. Like I say, everything that you can bring on board that's going to be used in multiple aspects of your business. And all these different systems and things, they will all help leverage training. You basically automate building an operations manual so your training is such a smooth experience for everyone. That's going to save everyone time. You're going to be giving a better quality of service to your clients by having a better trained team. And that's really the goal, right? It's all about the client experience, and we're going to grow our business by doing a good job of what we do.
Now, one of our last points, this is a great quote. I had never heard it before until Debbie one day said it to me when I was training RVAs, because, of course, training is training, but it takes a little bit to get really good at it. So it's something that I'm still kind of having a curveball with. And, I was explaining some things to her and trying to, get her advice on how I could be more efficient with my training. So that way, of course, I've been doing a lot of training with our virtual assistant. So I wanted to, figure out how I'm going to get through to her better and make her understand really the goals and the expectations of what I need for her to start doing moving forward. And we were just kind of going over the conversation, and she said to me, you can't hold someone accountable to expectations that you did not set. And when I sat there for a second, I'm like, you're so right. I never thought of it that way because, of course you say things, but you have to be very clear, your goal and your expectations towards the person, or else, of course, if they're intaking so much information at once, things are going to get missed. Things are going to, need to be repeated, of course. That's just how training works. So that was a really good quote that she gave me for me to kind of, move forward accordingly with my training. What do you have to say about it?
So it's just kind of my core belief. Now, there's a reason why I'm in the operations and not an agent. We just have that SC mindset. It's who we are. But yeah, a rule that I apply to business, personal, every aspect of my life is that, you can't hold people accountable to expectations that you didn't set. So a key thing when you're bringing in leverage is that in order to set yourself and everyone else up for success, you have to be very clear about what your expectations are on both sides. What is it that you expect from bringing in this leverage? What is it that form of leverage is going to expect from you? If it's a new team member, what are their expectations? Both ways. If it's a new, independent contractor, what are the expectations? If it's you partnering with somebody else, what are the expectations? Because you need to be on the same page, otherwise it's not going to be successful for everyone. Leverage always needs to be a mutually beneficial system. So the person that you're leveraging to, or the system that you're leveraging with, this has to be mutually beneficial for the people involved. So accountability is key. And in order to hold people accountable, you have to all be on the same page with what it is that your expectations are. If you were not clear about your time frame, your aspirations, your budget, your goals, then how are you going to bring accountability into that when you don't have an expectation that you're holding that person accountable to? And this isn't in a negative way either. Accountability often gets framed as complaining or being unhappy with something. You don't have enough accountability is a great tool. Accountability builds you up. It makes people feel successful when things go well. It helps you reach your goals because you know what those goals are. The expectations are clear, and now you have a clear path to reach it. So for me, accountability is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I think that's just something to keep in mind, no matter the form of leverage, no matter the person, the department, the business that's bringing you this leverage. Have a very clear expectations conversation at the beginning. Set out a path as to how you're going to get there, which means SMART goals. I mean, you hear SMART goals in every industry, not just real estate. It's an acronym that's stuck around for a long time because it's beneficial and it works. So your SMART goals is that a goal should be specifically what is the goal. Don't be vague. Like, you need to dig down and find out what it is that you're looking to achieve. It needs to be measurable, so you need to be able to measure the outcome. You need to be able to track what it is that you're doing to know if you've reached that goal or not. It needs to be attainable, so it has to be a realistic goal. My goal is not going to be that we'll turn a team in from 200,000 GCI to 10 million GCI in 6 months. But you have to have a realistic goal that you can then achieve. Your goal has to be relevant, so it has to be relevant to your business. Bringing in leverage into a real estate team, what is the outcome? Is that relevant to the team? Is that something that's going to benefit the team and grow your business? So it has to be a relevant goal. And then time bound. There always has to be a time frame on a goal. Otherwise, is it an expectation or is it just a possibility? If you set a time frame, that this is your expectation. It's not an option, it's the expectation. So if you are bringing in leverage and you want to set yourself up for success and have expectations that you can hold people accountable to, always just go through a SMART goal and make sure that that lines up, and then it's kind of foolproof. You know, you really can't miss a step as long as you're making sure that you have those 5 things covered. It helps everyone know their top 20% because the agent needs to be in their top 20%, but so really does everyone else. That needs to be where people's focus is in order to keep moving in the right direction.
Easy. Perfect.
Okay, so Q&A. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You know, feel free to shoot us a message. We've got our phone number down here on the screen.
Yes.
We've got our email. You can also reach out to us and contact us through our website. Shoot us a message if you have any questions about types of leverage, areas that you would like to bring in leverage, the cost of leverage, the benefits of leverage, anything, you know, or even if it's not to do with leverage, we're here as well.
Yes. Yep. We love always, you know, meeting new people, learning from each other, and growing together. We're always here to offer advice, any help, any suggestions, and of course, we always love to take good constructive criticism. So, you know, we learn, you learn, and it's always a win-win situation. That's what our goal is.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Okay.
that was great. Thank you so much, and Debbie, thank you for you know, teaching everybody, you know, how good that leverage can really be. All right. Let me just get this in here.
Okay. Are you still on?
Oh, you have to end it. I just wanted to see what we've got through. Just stop recording.
Sorry.